Hello student, my name is Nimish Prabhakar. I am Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in Instrumentation and Control Department. Welcome to Process, Dynamic and Control lecture series. Today we are going to discuss about introduction of boiler. In my previous lecture I complete chapter number 2. Now in this lecture we start chapter number 3. In this chapter we discuss about the dynamic behavior of the boiler. So first of all, question in mind, so what is boiler, and there are the different parts of boiler. So in this lecture we discuss about the basic introduction of the boiler. So now start. So first of all, question come in mind, what is boiler? So answer of this question is, a boiler is a closed vessel which is made by metal, in which water is converted into steam by using the heat energy of fuel. It can generate steam at desired temperature, pressure and the heat generation rate. So this is the simple definition of boiler. So what is the function of boiler? So first of all and most important function of boiler is to convert water into steam. So this is the main outline of this boiler. So water is converted into steam. This is a function of boiler by using the heat energy of fuel. That means by using the energy of fuel. There are the different type of fuel used in boiler, like a solid fuel. In this solid fuel they use coal as a fuel. Like in liquid fuel they use petrol or diesel, and in a gaseous form they are also use the fuel. So by using that fuel they convert the water into steam. This is a simple function of boiler. So another question come in mind. So what is the application of this steam? That means boiler convert the water into steam. So why we require boiler? Or also question in mind, what is the use of this steam? So main use of this steam in application of thermal power plant or in other chemical plant. So in a power plant, by using this steam they run the turbine. So by using this steam they generate the electricity. So there is a main application of this boiler. There are other applications are also boiler, but this is a main application of boiler. So this is a boiler. Now types of boiler. So there are different types of boiler, but according to our syllabus we discuss about according to the relative position of water and hot gases, the boiler are classified as fire tube boiler and water tube boiler. So this is the main two types of the boiler according to the relative position of water and hot gases. So in this chapter we will discuss about these two boiler, fire tube boiler and water tube boiler. There are also another classification of boiler or other type of boiler, but we will not discuss. So here we discuss only fire tube boiler and water tube boiler. So now start with fire tube boiler. So what is fire tube boiler? So this is a simple diagram of fire tube boiler. So in this boiler, hot gases pass through tube which are surrounding with water. That means in this boiler the hot gases, this is a hot gases generated by here and this hot gases pass through this tube. This is a number of tubes. See, in this tube the hot gases pass, and surrounding this hot gases this is a water. So in this as name suggests, fire tube boiler, that means in tube they passes hot gases and surrounding this tube they passes the water, and heat energy exchange between these hot gases and water, and due to that heat exchange, the water is generate the steam, and this steam go outside. So this is simple construction of the fire tube boiler. Now the advantages of fire tube boiler. So first of all, advantages of fire tube boiler is lower initial cost. Then second one is few controls. Third one is a simple operation. So these are the advantages of fire tube boiler. Now there are few disadvantages of this boiler. So we will also discuss about this. So first one is disadvantage of this boiler is drum exposed to heat, increasing the risk of explosion. So in this boiler there is some chance of explosion. So this is a disadvantage of this boiler. Then second one is the large water tube resulting in a poor circulation. So this is the second disadvantage. And the last one disadvantage is the limited steam pressure and evaporation. So these are the main disadvantages of fire tube boiler. Now second one type of boiler is water tube boiler. This is the opposite function of fire tube boiler. That means in this boiler the water circulate through the tube and hot gases around them. That means in this boiler the water is circulate through the tubes and hot gas is surrounding of these tubes. So this is the opposite of the fire tube boiler. In fire tube boiler we know the hot gases pass in this tube, but in this boiler the water is passed in the tube and hot gases pass around these tubes. So this is a water tube boiler. Okay, this is a water tank. So here the water is inletted, and this water is run through this area, and then after going, and this upper part the steam generate, and steam outlet is here. And this is a combustion chamber. Here we use a different fuel to air and fuel ratio, and then this is a heat generation. So the important is steam is generated inside the tube and collect in a cylindrical vessel known as the boiler drum. This is a boiler drum, and steam is generated inside this system. So now the advantages of water tube boiler. So first of all, advantage of water tube boiler is rapid heat transmission. Second one advantage is fast reaction to steam demand. Then third one is high efficiency compared to the fire tube boiler. So this is the advantages of a water tube boiler, and also the safer than the fire tube boiler. This is the most important advantages of, because in that fire tube boiler there is a chance of explosion. So here there is a less chance of the explosion. So this is safer than the fire tube boiler. Then disadvantages. So first one disadvantage is the higher initial cost. So initial cost is very high in this. Then more complicated to operate. So this is a two disadvantages of water tube boiler. Now to discuss about the different parts of the Cochrane boiler. To discuss about the different parts of the boiler, we take the example of the Cochrane boiler. So this is a simple Cochrane boiler. So here we discuss about the different parts of the boiler. So first of all, we understand the Cochrane boiler. This is a vertical boiler, and in this is a fire tube type boiler. So this is a fire tube, and surrounding of this fire tubes, this is a water. So this is a steam outlet. So from this here the steam is generated and come outside from this steam outlet. So now we discuss about the different parts of the boiler. So first of all, and the most important parts of boiler is the cell. So this is a surrounding area. This is called the boiler cell. Now we see. So it is the outermost part of the cogen boiler, which is a cylindrical in shape and has a hemispherical dome type crown at the top. Other parts of the boiler are present inside this cell. So this is whole area like this dome type shape is known as the cell of the boiler, and there are the different parts of boiler like fire tube and firebox and other, all are the present inside this cell. So this whole area like this is known as the cell of the boiler. So this is the first one and most important part of the boiler. Now second one is the furnace or firebox. So see, this is a furnace, this is a firebox of the boiler, and surrounding this upper side area is known as the furnace. This area is known as the furnace, and this is a firebox. So we discuss about the furnace and the firebox. So furnace is present in the bottom of the boiler. See, this is present in the bottom of the boiler. It is the dome-shaped cell inside which all the fuel is burned and heat is produced. Like inside this firebox, all the fuel like solid fuel or liquid fuel is burned. So this is a dome shape, and it is a dome shape so that it can deflect back the unburned change to furnace and the flue gases to the combustion chamber. So this is a firebox and this is a combustion chamber. So the flue gases to the combustion chamber. This is a way of this. So this is a firebox connected to the combustion chamber. Okay. So this is the first one and most important part of the boiler is second one part of the boiler is the firebox, or is also known as the furnace. Okay, now third one part is known as the grate. So what is grate? So this is, see here, the bottom of the this firebox is known as the grate. Here we discuss about grate. It is present at the bottom of the furnace. It is the platform in which solid fuel like coal are placed. It is provided in the boiler for supporting solid fuel in the furnace. Now we discuss about the fourth one part is the combustion chamber. See, this is the location of combustion chamber. Combustion chamber is attached with the firebox. That means the gases produced by burning of the fuel is come to here combustion chamber. See, this is the combustion chamber. So we discuss about the combustion chamber. It is present above the furnace. Flue gases from the furnace enter the combustion chamber through flue pipe, and these flue gases flow through the horizontal fire tubes. Now, combustion chamber is fire brick on the side of the cell to prevent overheating of the boiler. So this is a fire brick and this is a tubes. So hot gases come from the firebox or furnace and to the combustion chamber, and then combustion chamber is provide hot gases to the tubes. So this is a combustion chamber. Now next one is the flue pipe. So the connection of the firebox and the combustion chamber is done through the flue pipe. So what is flue pipe? We see it is a small passage connecting the firebox or furnace and the combustion chamber. hot gases reach the combustion chamber from furnace through this flue pipe. Okay, so this is a flue pipe. Now next one is the fire tubes. Most important part of the boiler. This is a fire tubes. This is fire tube. So Cochrane boiler has multiple fire tubes. We can see here the 4 fire tubes. The hot flue gases from the combustion chamber flow through this fire tube to reach the smoke box. This fire tube transfer heat to the water by conversion. So this is a fire tubes, and this transfer heat to the water, and due to this the steam is generated, and this fire tube join the combustion chamber to the smoke box. That means here the hot gases are flow through this fire tube and come to the smoke box. Now next one is the smoke box. This region is known as a smoke box. After passing through the fire tubes, the flue gases reach the smoke box. Smoke box provide a convenient collection point for ash and cinders drawn through the fire tube, which can be cleaned easily at the end of the working day. So to clean the ash and cinder inside these fire tubes, we use the smoke box. So this is a door. By opening this door, we can clean the smoke box. So smoke box is provided with a door for cleaning the fire tube and smoke box. Now next one is the chimney. This is a portion is known as a chimney. So chimney is the part where the smoke reaches after passing through the smoke box. Chimney transfers smoke to the environment. The size of chimney in this boiler is small as compared to chimney of other boiler. That means we compare to the Cochrane boiler with other boiler, the size of chimney is small. So this is a chimney. Now next one is the manhole. This is a manhole here. So what is manhole and the function we discussed? It is present in the boiler for the inspection and repair of the interior of the boiler cell. So manhole function is used when any repairing work we require. So we use this manhole. Now next one is pressure gauge. Now we will discuss about the safety device of the boiler. So first one and important safety device for the boiler is the pressure gauge. See, this is a pressure gauge. This measure and indicate the pressure of the steam inside the boiler. Now second one is the water gauge. So water gauge indicate the level of water in the boiler. See, this is the water level indicator. This is nothing but the water gauge. It indicates the level of water, that means water inside this boiler, by using the water gauge. So the water level in the boiler should not be fall below a particular level. Otherwise, the boiler will be overheat and the tube may be burn out. So this is a water gauge that provides a safety from the overheating. Now third one is the safety valve. Here we can see dead weight safety valve. So the function of the safety valve is to prevent an increase of steam pressure in the boiler above its normal working pressure. If pressure is increased inside this boiler, so this safety valve is open and it provides the safety. So it blow off extra steam when the steam pressure inside the boiler reach above the safety valve. So now this is a safety valve. Now next one is the steam stop valve. So here we can see the steam stop valve. This is a steam stop valve. So it regulates the flow of steam supply to the requirement. It transfers the steam to the required area, otherwise it stops the steam in the boiler. So this is the function of the steam stop valve. If we require the steam, so steam valve is open, and if we do not require steam, so steam valve is stopped. So this is a simple function of the steam valve to control the steam it used. Now last one is the fusible plug. So this is a fusible plug. This is a main portion and safety fusible plug. So what is a fusible plug? We will discuss. It protects the fire tube from the burning when the water level in the boiler fall abnormal low. If the water level below a predetermined level, the fire tube gets overheat, as no heat is transferred to water and remain in the tube. And if this continues, tube may burn. So it is provide the safety to this water tube, because when the water level is decreased, then more steam is generated inside this boiler and produce more heat, and due to this there is a chance of the something explosion, or so it provides the safety. So this valve at that time, if water level is decreased, then this valve is open, this plug is open, so all this water and this go inside this firebox. So automatically the heat generation or the combustion process is stopped and we get the protection. So when the temperature of the cell increase above a particular level, the fusible plug which mount on the grid melt and from an opening. That means this plug is melt and opening is provided. So the high pressure steam push water through this hole on the grid and the fire extinguish and the tube are prevent from the burning. So when the pressure is increased at the time, so here this valve is open and it provides the safety. So in this lecture we discuss about the different parts of the boiler, and we discuss about what is boiler. Okay.